Well, Kyle was doing this yesterday because clearly he doesn't have enough to do. We've actually discussed this with Kyle. He's very, very excited about some things socially that he's got in his life coming up. And you and I both laughed because he was like, I can't wait. Like, I don't usually get this opportunity. Like, there's just not much on the calendar. And both of us looked at him and go, you don't have kids, do you?
Right.
Like, you have no idea what a day to yourself is like after you've had kids.
You don't even dream for a day by yourself.
You don't get to celebrate that before you even had kids. But anyway, back to Kyle and his life. Like, he's sitting around yesterday, and yes, this is partially his job, but he's ranking the 49er position groups. And I think Barrows with The Athletic did a piece on this as well. And I was thinking about, like, position groups. What is the strongest position group on the 49ers? If you just had to pick one, are you going D-line?
No.
What's the strongest position group?
It's linebacker.
Linebacker.
And it's like, and you know what? If you knew nothing about football and you just watched the Niners kind of on the practice field, you would say linebacker as well, because their linebackers exude athleticism, physical dominance, and just confidence and swagger. Johnny Holland is their coach, and they just kind of bounce around. Every one of those guys. I mean, literally almost every single linebacker they have is a starting caliber linebacker. And they're all three of their starters are all Pro Bowl caliber as well.
I mean, the only position group, and I guess you do have to call quarterback a position group, so maybe you'd put this in there, although with the depth of it, even the unknown, there's tons of unknown, but with the depth of it, you pretty much feel comfortable with the quarterback room with the 49ers. There's only one position group where I'm like, I don't know, and that's the offensive line. That's the only one. And even that, I mean, it's bookended. It's got some things on it that you can count on, obviously starting with Trent Williams. But that secondary, Ward will be back. I love what they're doing. I think this is maybe the best corner tandem they've had in a long time. I'm a big Charvarius Ward fan. I think Mosley's ready to go. Love some of the young guys they brought in at that position. I think that group's going to be good. You just talked about the linebackers. We know about the pass rush. Hope that Kinlaw is a lot better. Tight end group, receiver group, running back group.
Tight end is a problem, I think.
I mean,
I agree.
You got Kittle.
You got Kittle, but like if you don't have Kittle, you don't have much.
That's like saying the offensive line's good because they have Trent Williams.
Well, no, because the offensive line has 5 starters and the tight end spot only has 1. So, listen, I know that it sounded to me the other day like you're down on Ross Dwelly. Didn't they bring Tyler Kroft back?
They did.
Or they're going to.
I mean, they're not. Some people would say it's a strength. I've heard people argue that I think Lynch might have referenced that they like their tight ends.
Yeah, but he said he liked Trey Sermon. And then he cut him.
Yeah, exactly. So. No, but I mean, I think, you got Kittle, who's your best run blocker and pass receiver. Dwelly is not a blocker. He gets overpowered. Warner is more of a try-hard blocker.
He's a blocker, yeah.
But he's not. He doesn't move people in the run game. He's more of a try-hard guy. So they miss Kittle.
It's such a passive-aggressive rip to say he's a try-hard guy. Like Yoda would look at Charlie Warner and be like, "Get the hell off my team."
Charlie Warner will attach himself to you. And he just won't let go.
One thing that was missing was bless his heart.
Right.
Bless his heart.
I'm going to save this take for week 7 if Trey Lance is struggling. Well, Larry, he's trying.
He's a try-hard guy.
Whatever. It's okay that they're 2-5 because he's trying.
I used to have old football coach, but don't try hard. Get her done.
Get her done. Yeah, there is no try.
But I mean, Kroft, okay, journeyman veteran, Dwell. I mean, if you lose Kittle, you've lost so much.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
The drop down is so dramatic. To me, there was 3 guys 2 weeks ago that you couldn't lose: Trey, Trent, and Kittle. Now you got Jimmy, so you're not as concerned about Trey.
I kind of throw Juszczyk in there, by the way, just because he's one of a kind.
Yeah, and
change the offense a little bit when he's not in there.
Yeah, there's no backup.
Yeah. But anyway, go ahead with your.
But I was going to say, and then Trent, obviously Trent's a unicorn, and then you've got Kittle, who's like dominant run blocker, dominant, receiver. I mean, he's just so key in so many ways. And also, Kittle is their swagger offensively. Like when he's on the field, they have a swagger that they don't have without him.
All of it is sponsored by Kirby. That is the great Italian Larry Krueger. Mark Willard with you as well, Willard and Dibs. I'm excited about what's coming up next because not only is it our friend, Adam Rank, with NFL.com, NFL Network. He, too, give me the most versatile 49er. Who's the most versatile 49er?
Most versatile
give me a
49er.
name. Give me a name.
Dante Johnson.
All right, Dante Johnson is the most
It's
versatile.
an elite answer.
Yeah, it is. It's an interesting answer. Is that because he's so versatile because he gets signed every year? He
can play corner. He can play nickel. He can play free safety, strong safety. He can get cut.
Signed,
He'll
he can
stay
get
at
cut.
Practice squad, active roster.
Squad. He can flirt with other teams,
and
he's still there.
He's a guy who high-fived Shanahan and Harbaugh. You know what I mean?
He got drafted in 2014.
That's unbelievable.
He's still here.
All right, it's a very good answer. All right, so